that stadium. Okay, guys. First of all, a lot of respect for Coach Mayo and their group. They did a great job giving us everything they had. And, really, it was a strange game. I thought offensively, really, after, we have 9 plays in the first quarter, end up not converting on a third down, even though you had some explosives in between there. And then we really got rolling. And it was, some quick drives where you had a 1-play scoring drive, a 2-play scoring drive. I thought Matthew was really in command the whole day. They did a good job of possessing the football, so we didn't have that many snaps, even though we were able to get good positive yardage. Would love for us to have come away with points at the end of the half. You get all the way down there. It was a great drive by the offense, and for us to not come away with anything, that was frustrating. But overall, I'm proud of this group. They are resilient, and they had some good momentum going, and then our defense does a great job getting a stop right there. Cam Kitchens coming up with another big play. It seemed like, Fisk made his presence felt. Puka was big time today, and then congratulations to Matthew being top 10 and touchdown passes all time. That's a major accomplishment. I thought he was lights out today, and really if it wasn't for a couple of those early third downs where we just missed, and then even in the last drive where we're trying to just be able to kind of run the clock out, we got a big play to DeMarcus. They did a good job being able to get their hands up, but I thought he was in command. Unbelievable job of just I thought he saw the field really well, recognized the zero, ended up hitting Cooper on the 69-yard touchdown, and so he did a great job today.
No sacks, and then also not just the pass game, but the run game in the middle parts of the game. You guys really get it going. How'd the offensive line play today in your mind, and what went into replacing Fuller?
Just what we thought was going to be best, Jordan, kind of like what I talked to you guys about. And, really, when you're able to run the football and then other things can come off of it, it's what offensive ball should look like when it's quality. And I thought, there was a lot of examples of that. We have to be able to build on this. And so I was proud of that group. It was a weird day, like I mentioned, just because of some of the minimal opportunities. And then some of the snaps that we did have in the first half were more situational ball or, a sudden change in the red area. But they did a good job. That one drive that you're talking about where Kyron got a couple runs, I thought our left side did an excellent job. You could see Alaric was really coming off the football. Steve did a great job. I was proud of the group overall. They did, give us a couple different things. They had shown some stuff, and I thought we held up really well in protection. And then there was a couple times where there were some stunts that they brought that forced the ball to come out a little earlier than we'd like. But I was really pleased. I thought Coach Wendell did a great job, and cool to have a handful of guys that were here. This place meant a lot to them, be able to come back here and get a win. Yeah, he's, you look at it and you can really see his ability to create off schedule. I thought he did a great job of being able to make plays in the pocket today, extend drives. I thought he was patient, taking some underneath checkdowns where guys were able to create. We had some tighter coverages and he was able to fit the ball into tight windows. So he looks like a stud. I didn't do too much work on him coming out, but I do know that a lot of people that studied him really hard that I truly respect their opinions, loved what he was all about. You can see, just the impact that he has on his teammates, the way people talk about him here. He looks like he's going to be a special player for a long time, and he gave us fits today.
Sean, at the end of that game, when you decided to punt and not kick the field goal, difficult decision?
There wasn't a lot of reason to feel great about, that operation today. And so felt good about the defense. I thought Ethan and our punt team did a good job of being able to pin them deep. So knowing that they needed a touchdown, there wasn't a whole lot of back and forth. Felt pretty convicted in that decision right there. Execution. It always is, and really the one that we didn't is the end of the half where we were more competing up against the clock. But I thought it was execution. The guys did what they're capable of doing. I thought the coaches did a great job this week of being able to provide a clarity, and then they had the courage to be able to go for it. And so that's what we want. They did a good job mixing it up. There was a lot of different personnel groupings, a lot of different people that they play defensively. And so we got to be able to build on this. But, I was proud of the group and obviously finishing with touchdowns instead of, field goals or those field goal attempts. That was the difference in last week's game, and it was arguably the difference in this week's game. They were just being cautious with him because he threw up. He fell on the ball, and he's crazy like that, but there wasn't anything with his head, so he's okay. Yeah, I think you mentioned it. I mean, with the question, you kind of answered it right there. To be able to have two capable guys, I really think DeMarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell's been really reliable. It was cool to see Colby Parkinson make a big play, for the touchdown on the keeper. But both Puka and Cooper have been, Cooper obviously has been doing it for a long time, and he's so steady. He maximizes his moments. There was a couple ops where we just missed him in the first half, even though we were able to get the touchdown to him. I thought, the touchdown coming out of the half on the second play of our opening drive, that was big. A zero blitz, he's running a seam across his face, but he's always kind of that's what he's been. That's what makes him great, and I think his influence has rubbed off on Puka. Puka's a stud. No moment is too big for him. I thought it was a huge third down catch that he had to be able to extend the drive to run some more clock off, and the best thing about Puka is he'll probably tell you that he wanted to make the one that we didn't make, where we could have really extended it down inside their tight red area if we end up making that play versus man coverage. But they were both great. They were instrumental in today's win.
Just to follow up on that, on the zero blitz, did Cooper deviate? So did he read that?
He read it right. Yeah, no, that was the adjustment that you want with that specific route and that coverage contour. And he and Matthew were on the same page, and it was 69-yard touchdown, so we like those plays.
Just on the defense, they've been taking the ball away, but that sequence in the fourth quarter, the Patriots scoring drive with the two big penalties.
Yeah.
Any concern there? And
The teachable moments are that we can learn from those things. That was the thing. Jared versus, he's going to be better from that. But, those are the types of things that when you got a young, youthful group, they've got this great spirit about them, Jordan. But, hey, how do we really rein them in and not allow them to extend drives by things that we can control? That's absolutely something that we've got to be mindful of. We'll get it fixed. Our guys are the right kinds of guys, I have no doubt. But that could have cost us. And, fortunately, we don't have to learn the hard way. But I trust that we'll be better moving forward. And it starts with me making sure that there's a clarity, and love those guys, but that was something that we gathered them up and we talked about it right after that drive. And like I mentioned, could have cost us, but I do believe we have the right guys that'll learn from it.
A couple more follow-up on your 5-5. Are you guys a 500 team, and if not, what do you have to do going into the last 7 games to kind of change that?
Take it 1 week at a time, Gary. Here's what I know. You're really starting the second half of the season. However you want to look at it, we look at it as, hey, those first 9 games were the first half. Here's the second half of the season, and it is about how you finish. You've seen that. You got to be able to do it. You got to earn it every single day, and we can't play 2 games now. We can only play 1 game this week. We can have a great week of preparation. We got a super hot team coming in town that this is what you love. It's a great challenge. We are 5-5. That's what our record is after 10 games. I fully believe that we are capable of continuing to trend in the right direction and continue to improve. What that looks like, I'm excited for us to be able to go swing and see what the hell I'm sitting up here saying, and maybe you'll be asking, hey, you're 6-5 now, but you got to go earn it, and we're going to take it 1 game at a time.
Sean, just on the wide receivers, it seemed like you guys were able to kind of stay away from Christian Gonzalez a little bit. Oh, I should say Cooper and Puka were able to stay away from those guys. Is that a scheme thing?
So, it kind of just worked out that way, but there were some instances where we got a lot of respect for him. So, but I had a lot of respect for their whole secondary, the different things they could do. But Gonzalez he's a real deal, does an excellent job, and I think it kind of worked out that way. But there were some instances where he said, if we can avoid him, let's go ahead and do that.
Is that something that you thought about entering the game?
You always look at, it's always about, all right, your players first, our team, and then what are those matchups? And if you have the opportunity to be able to stay away certain things, then you want to be able to do that. But he's a great player. I think it just kind of worked out that way. And then there were some instances where he was at the point of attack, but all things being equal, if you had your choice, you'd say, let's stay away from him.
Last one, guys.
Yeah, he's done a great job. I've been really pleased. I think Nick Caley's leadership with that room in general has been on display. I mean, you really look at it. You look at Hunter, you look at Davis, you look at Colby. All of those guys have continued to improve. We'll look forward to at some point getting Tyler Higbee back, but Hunter's been awesome. It's been great to be able to see him stay healthy because he's always had great ability, works the right way. He's all about the right kind of stuff, and he's been a key contributor. Been really happy for Hunter. All right, thanks, guys.